Good morning. I see people filing into the room. I'll just wait a couple minutes for everyone to fill in. All right, so part two. Welcome this morning, this afternoon, this evening in South Africa. We are going to be discovering a few more of our properties in Southern Africa. Yesterday, some of you may have joined us to visit in Johannesburg with Ethel Place and Jabulani and Landalozi. So today we're going to move down south even further to Cape Town and that kind of region. So we've got 4 really fantastic properties. I think yesterday we all got chills and really excited about the bush and all the experiences that South Africa has to offer. So as you, if you were joining me yesterday, you know that we have 8 properties total in South Africa. Today, so yesterday we were up here. Today we're going to move down here and we've got a few. So this was yesterday's itinerary. This is today's. We're actually going to start in De Lier, at De Lier Graaf in Stellenbosch with Tessa and Vida. And then we'll move to Ellerman, who hopefully we're going to be with Paul to see the sunset in South Africa tonight. And then we'll pop over to Bushman's Kloof, Wilderness Reserve and Wellness Retreat. And then finally with Sophie, we'll see Esiweni. So today, this is also Sellers Hohenort in Cape Town, who are not here today with us, but very quickly, it's a 51-room property. It's about 15 minutes from the city center, and it's on the slopes of the Table Mountain. You can see here it's surrounded by gardens, vineyards, and this is here the main house that you're looking at up here on the top, and that's the living room. But it's a wonderful property that's also in Cape Town, just 15 minutes outside of the city center. And like we talked about yesterday, Relais Chateaux, some of you may be surprised at the properties that we have in Africa, and in the next few weeks we're going to keep exploring what else we have in Africa and the Indian Ocean. But the coolest thing I find with our properties in this region are not just these properties, but as a collection, these hotels are really committed to preserving the local heritage and the environment. And you'll see that with the properties in these areas, the efforts that they take to give back to the communities and the conservation and all of the environmental activities that they all have on their missions. As you know, GDS chain code is WB. Our 800 line rings into New York. If you call after hours, it rings into our call center. You have access to also our online travel agent portal, all of our digital devices. There's that travel agent portal that you guys know about by now. The itineraries, the Route du Bonheur that we have available for you online. This is the Route du Bonheur that we have in South Africa that you can check out on our website. You can actually just print this itinerary too and pull a PDF out from our website, which is a pretty cool option too. And this is me on the West Coast in California. Tiago today is in Costa Rica. You can follow him on Instagram. You can see all his gorgeous pictures. But again, Costa Rica is open to some states in the US. I think Dominica, Secret Bay we have also is open, and the Dominican Republic is open. We have Eden Rock over there as well. So here's the contact details of all the presenting hotels today that we have, and I'll pass this right along to you after as a follow-up, so you can contact the hotels directly if you have further questions that we don't get to today. But we are going to start with De Lier Graaf. Vida and Tessa, are you ready to share your presentation with us?
Yes, good afternoon and welcome. And we would love to share our beautiful property with all of you. And we've got our presentation on a video. And I'm Vida and this is Tessa.
Vida and Tessa, how many rooms do you have in the...
We have 16 lodges.
Okay.
And the 2 presidential lodges, they each have 2 bedrooms. And then we also have our villa. So we have a total of 22 beds on our estate.
Okay. Are we missing sound? I don't hear anything.
It's going to start soon again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jessica, I think there is no sound right now.
And that's the main pool at the hotel, and it's situated right next to the spa. And then we have 2 restaurants on the property. So this is Indochine.
Gorgeous.
And then we have our wine tasting room where guests can taste our wines. And there's a lovely indoor and outdoor area. There's beautiful views overlooking the mountain. And this is the Dal E Graf restaurant that's very well known. The outside area and the inside area.
I think the restaurant is the most famous. I think everyone
Yes,
else.
and then we have the 3 boutiques. So we have the Graf Diamond Store, Capri Linen, and then we have Africa Nova with all African art that we sell here. And then we have our Facet Foundation.
I think we've got a couple people who've called in. Oh, there's the sound. How beautiful.
Yes, so any questions? Anyone is most welcome to ask any questions that you might have, or you're welcome to email me or phone me.
Great. I've seen a couple of comments saying that they've had lunch there or they've visited. Catherine said she's had lunch there. Christina said she was back there in 2016 and she said, wow, what an experience. The artwork collection is stunning and the views are spectacular and dinner was a symphony. And she can't wait.
Fantastic. And whenever the borders are open again, and you visit Cape Town because we're an hour's drive from Cape Town. We're in the Windens.
I was just
Please,
going to say, so you're just 1 hour from Cape Town, is that right? So
yes,
do
yes.
people normally visit within Cape Town and then they stop and stay with you a night or two and then move on to somewhere else?
That's correct.
Okay.
They usually start with a safari and then they go to Cape Town, stay there a couple of nights, and then they come to us. And it's a lovely place to actually rest after you've done your safari, because you know you get up so early in the mornings on your safari, so you can really rest. And we're very well known for our beautiful views and our good wine, and we will just really look after your guests very, very well.
My goodness. So just so for those of you who are wondering, we started in Delaire 1 hour outside of Cape Town so that Paul can take us through the sunset in Cape Town at Ellerman House a little bit later in a few minutes. But we're going to go through some questions for Delaire. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Karen asked, could you give us an idea of lead-in rates for your rooms?
Yes, the rates were on each page. I can give you a breakdown for our deluxe.
Kind of a range, like a lead-in and maybe how far it.
Yes, the deluxe lodges is our entry level, and it doesn't have any views on the valley. It's just a garden view, so it's like a garden apartment. It's 21,500 per lodge per night. Then we have the next category. It's the luxury lodge. It's 25,500 per night for the lodge.
And these are in Zara?
Yeah, it's all on our website. I will have to work it all out for you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. And then the Superior Lodge, that's what we started off with. It's 30,000 Rand per lodge per night. And then the Presidential is 51,500, but it sleeps 4 adults, and then we can bring 2 children under the age of 12 into the lodge. So it has 2 private bedrooms, bathrooms, a big lounge, a big pool, a big outside area.
Okay, the video kind of went really quickly through the different buildings, but there's also a question. You were building 2 new buildings there. How many bedrooms are in each?
We completed our villa. We have a 4 double-bedroom villa. That it's not in the presentation. And it sleeps 8 adults, and it has 2 single rooms for staff traveling with the guests.
Perfect. And,
yes, and it comes with its own staff and its own chef, and it's very, very private.
Perfect for like a larger family.
For guests who want to travel on their own after COVID.
Oh, so people are talking about your art that is placed around.
Lawrence Graff, who owns Del Air, is one of the biggest art collectors in the world. So we have a fantastic art collection.
Fantastic. Can you still fly by helicopter from Cape Town to have lunch at?
Yes, you can.
At the restaurant?
We have 2 landing spots for helicopters. So most of the guests fly from Cape Town, especially in December when the traffic is quite bad.
Yeah.
So it's very popular to fly to Del Air.
And how long is that heli ride?
It's about 15 minutes. Because they do a scenic route along the coast. So it could be a bit longer. Yes.
Gorgeous. Susan Bleacher, she said 30,000 Rand is about $1,800 US. Thank you, Susan. So helpful.
Anyone can just email me, sales.manager@delair.co.za, and I will send you a trade kit with all the images, all the rates, anything you might need to be able to send it on to your guests.
Perfect. And it sounds like a lot of it is already on your website too. Do you have a crystal ball? Because somebody is asking me, do you know when the borders might open? Maybe you have some kind of insight.
We are hoping for October.
October.
We really are. We are holding ourselves for October.
Okay.
Yes.
Kathy, October. I'm going to hold you to it, Vita. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying my best, okay?
My fingers are crossed. Okay. So that's actually soon. I think things are just kind of up and down here in there, yeah. But if you guys have any other questions, I think we've answered most of the questions here. Thank you, Vida and Tessa. That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
So
Thanks.
we're going to head back 1 hour into Cape Town. Paul Bruce Band is the general manager of Ellerman House. And he has, would you like to take us through the property, or do you want to do your presentation? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm going to take you through the property. Thanks so much, Evie.
Love it.
Can I carry on?
Yes, I think everyone who's watching, I think you're going to have to try and do speaker view so that you can see Paul largely, because he's not going to share a presentation right now. So I'll stop talking. Go ahead, Paul.
Hi, guys. Yeah, today I thought you might have had a number of presentations, so I thought I'd just take you through the house and give you a feel for who we are. I mean, it's called Ellerman House, and that's because we really want you to feel at home here. From the time that you arrive, I'm basically at the front door here, to the time that you leave. This is your home for the period that you're here. And I'm going to just take you a little bit as if you're an arriving guest. So we don't, sorry, you're all there? Okay, so we don't do the normal thing of taking you to reception first. We want you to just experience a property and just absorb everything. As you can see, there's artwork on pretty much every wall here. We've probably got the most representative South African art collection in the world, more than 1,000 pieces. We've got a full-time art guide and curator, Talita. And yeah, she takes our guests kind of through a walk through the history of South Africa more than the art. And, you know, when you come out, I'm going to show you now where we are. So this is a view from the property. We're right in the heart of Cape Town, although you feel a million miles away. So yeah, on the right, we have Sea Point. We're 10 minutes from the city center of Cape Town over there. And we're 10 minutes from the V&A. So we're right where everything's happening. But you can see we've got a lot of space, and you can
I think we lost him. Is he frozen? He's frozen, but he's frozen on that gorgeous sunset there. Let's wait for him to come back. We weren't sure this was going to work, but we thought we would give it a shot. Vida and Rory, can you see his screen, or is it frozen too?
All right, you guys are still there?
He's back. He's back. Paul, we lost
right.
you. We lost you for a couple of minutes.
Am I back with you?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. This is our one villa. This is Villa 1. In the villa, you get, it's ideal for multi-generational families. You get your own private chef and team that are in the villa. And it's very much, you can experience just absorbing the beautiful sunsets here. It's a little bit too early for the sunset, but you can get the gist of it out there. Yeah, great expanse. So we've got a 5-bedroom villa and we've got a 3-bedroom villa. Villa 1 can either be 3 or 5 bedrooms, and Villa 2 is a 3-bedroom villa. I just hope I don't get lost again, but I'd love to just show you the wine gallery if you can bear with me for a second.
I think it's when
still
you
there,
pop
Emmy?
out. Yeah, I'm still here. I think it's when you pop outside that we lost you. We were frozen on the sunset for a bit. And there he goes again.
Okay.
Oh, he's back.
All right, you still, okay, here we go.
The
So this
wine
is our
cellar.
Yep, okay, so this is our owner's brief to the designers was, if I see something I've seen before, the answer's no. So he wanted to be totally unique. So we went to 100 of the top wine estates, and we took 1.5 meters of soil at the different strata levels from each estate. We compacted it, and you'll see the names and the GPS coordinates are on that terroir wall. Then this is a carbon fiber corkscrew. It's pretty cool. It looks like you're in a James Bond movie or something, like a 007 type effect. We've got our brandy tasting room behind me here. And we've got our bar here where we do wine tastings. And so you'll see the whole house is an art piece in itself. We have live music concerts here. We had the biggest, we created the biggest collaboration of South African musicians ever. And we presented a song to Johnny Clegg when he performed in this area here. And we're doing a big event a big streaming event that we'd love you to watch on the 30th of October, featuring Dave Matthews of the Dave Matthews Band, Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, together with South Africa's top musicians. So we'd love you to join that. It's going to be live streamed on the 30th. And I'd love to just catch sunset before I leave, because I think it's getting into a good position now. So let me just go across there.
He's frozen again.
Yeah, so the sun.
Oh, there you are. Gorgeous.
So
it's so beautiful.
Anyway, that's pretty much us. I mean, I'd love to hand you over for questions, but we want you to really experience the best of South Africa here. From the wines, we've got more than 12,000 bottles of South African wine. As I say, we've got the best artwork. We bring in the best musicians. We've got beautiful indigenous gardens. Peter Tempelhoff is our culinary director. He's head of Relais Chateaux in Africa, and he sits on the World Relais Chateaux Council. So we really try and let you experience the very best of what the country has to offer. I just wonder, has anyone got any questions?
Yes, let me have a look. That was beautiful. When you first walked out there, I mean, it's like a wow kind of, even on your phone, I can feel the wow effect of your outdoor space there. From what it sounds like, Paul, there's a lot of travel agents who've visited and have sites of your property. So it's really nice to see that you have a lot of the support of our community. Pink Gin, people are really commenting about how the location is really nice to be just close enough to the city, but far away enough as well. Can you tell us about the kind of bedding in the rooms? Like, do you have doubles or queens, or how many rooms aside? Because I think we only heard about the 3-bedroom and the 4-bedroom villas.
So in the main house, we've got 11 rooms in the main house. And you know what? We pride ourselves on catering to all of your needs. So if you need twins or doubles, we can adjust to your needs. We've got 2 suites in the main house. I will send you the whole breakdown with the rates to everyone that was on the call today. But yeah, so 11 rooms in the main house. We've got 2 spa rooms. 2 of the spa rooms are in Villa 1. So Villa 1, as I said, can either be a 3-bedroom or a 5-bedroom villa. And Villa 2 is a 3-bedroom villa.
And in the main house, you said you've got
11 rooms.
11
rooms, yeah.
And do you have a shuttle that goes from Cape Town to, from the hotel into the city center?
Yes, we do. We've actually do a collaboration with BMW. So we've got 2 beautiful BMWs, and we've got a 3rd one arriving. We've got, so anytime, if there is one of our vehicles available, we do provide complimentary transfers to the waterfront. If there's not a vehicle at the time that you want to go to the waterfront, we do have, I mean, Uber is about a $2 $2 fee to the waterfront. We do offer complimentary transfers to and from the airport as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we really a stone's throw away from everything.
So is that all by availability, or do they have to reserve those shuttles in advance?
The airports are will always happen. You'll
Okay.
always have your airport transfers.
Okay.
The others is depending on our availability.
Got it.
So we'll always
Great.
help when we can, yeah.
Okay.
And we can book, and any specific tours you want to do, we can also arrange that. We've got such great, we want your experience to be wonderful throughout the Cape. So we're friendly with the winemakers. We're friendly, you know, we're friendly with the artists. We've got great relationships in pretty much every realm. If you want to see anything specific, we can set it up for you.
Wendy Murphy says hi. And
hey, Wendy.
Carol,
I can't see you, but great to hear from you.
Carol, we've got about 60-something people here with us. So we've got a couple questions about, is breakfast included in your room rate?
Yes, it is. And when you look at our rates, please just bear in mind that because we are home, we don't want to bill you every time you open a fridge, etc. So breakfast is included. All your beverages are included except wine and champagne. But whilst I say that, you do get your first bottle of red and your white complimentary, and you do get wine tasting complimentary. So that's kind of included as well. We include your art tour. We've got snacks in your rooms. We've got your sundowners all included, your music we do music once a week. So, you know, we include a lot. We've got a pantry. You can go and raid the pantry 24 hours of the day, which is a big favorite.
As a Relais Chateaux, I'm sure that you feed us well when we visit.
Yeah.
Before we move on, real quick, the last question, can you tell us a little bit about the restaurant?
So the restaurant, you know, we really pride ourselves on giving the very best of letting people have a taste of Cape Town and South Africa. So Peter Tempelhoff, our culinary director, he's passionate about everything great about South Africa. That's why he's consistently been in the top 5 chefs in the country, and that's why he sits on the International Council of Relais Chateaux. So we will guarantee that you're going to leave having had a sense of living in a sense of the food of Cape Town and experiencing Cape Town through the food. And
the restaurant is open, correct?
Yeah, it's not open to the public, but it is open to guests. And you know what? We've got a menu, but we're very flexible. So if you want anything that's not on the menu, we'll make it happen.
Perfect.
We're very creative.
And your spa is that open right now as well?
Yeah, so while I said this, the restaurant isn't open at the moment. We're only providing food to the needy communities. So we've got a soup kitchen going.
Wow.
We've done over 35,000 meals for needy communities, and we continue to do that. And we will continue into the past. Once we are back to normal, it's going to be part of our core.
Fantastic. Thank you. Irvina was asking, the spa, sorry, not the restaurant, is the spa open?
The spa is open at the moment. That's about the only thing that is open at the moment. Although the team's all on property, but yes, the spa is open.
Okay, great. Paul, what a fantastic and fun way to discover your property. Thank you for taking the time to help us explore. That was really fun and beautiful sunset. I have a cup of coffee here, but I felt like I should be having a glass of wine.
You need a gin.
I know, well, it's still 9:30 in the morning here, so a little bit early. But thank you. That was so much fun.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for all your support, everyone.
Thank you, Paul.
Cheers.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So let's move to Rory. Are you ready, Rory? Where you are muted. There you are.
There I am.
Okay. So Rory
Can I take it away?
Yes, Bushman's Kloof. Please.
All right. So, hi everybody. I'm just going to take you through a little bit of a presentation, and hopefully there's enough time at the end of it for some Q&A. Let me just see if I can get my. Are we on Tell me if you can see
Yeah,
it.
it's coming. It says that, I think it's just a minute. There we go. Yes. And if they could just launch that into full screen mode, I think we'll be good to go.
Done that. It's just a little. Try it again. How's
There
that?
you go. Perfect.
All right. All right. So welcome everybody. Just to give you a little bit of an idea as to where we are. We're about 3 hours north of Cape Town, up in the Cederberg Mountains. This time of the year is probably the most incredible time. All this, the Namaqualand daisies are all in full bloom, and obviously we're in a World Heritage Site. So we've got half of, well, probably all of South Africa descending on us at the moment to come and see the flowers. It's the best they've been in 20 years. So we've been very fortunate. We've been open since the 6th of August. And we have had fantastic occupancies, and it's very much been the South African market. Obviously, our international borders are not open, and as Vida said, you know, we're all holding thumbs that it happens much sooner rather than later. But then let's hope that the US follows suit, because we'd love you to come and experience our properties. Bushman's Clove, we're part of the Red Carnation collection. We've got a hotel in Cape Town, one in Zululand, we're just opening one in Botswana, and then we've got a vineyard just outside Cape Town, but they're not Relais, so we're not going to dwell on that. And then just to give you an idea of what it's all about, and I think somebody penned it a little bit earlier, was that, you know, space is the new luxury, and we have 6,500 hectares of space. We've got 18 rooms and 1 villa, so there is more than enough space for people to get out and about. It's not a big 5 area, so you are able to do things like mountain biking and walking, canoeing, fly fishing, archery. You know, there's a huge amount of activities that we do between our normal drives, which take place in the morning and the afternoon. But just to give you an idea of the scenery, this is sort of what you'd expect on a typical drive. So in the mornings, we do an activity out to see some of the rock art. I'll come back onto that a little bit later towards the end of the presentation. And then in the evenings, we do a sundowner drive where we pick up some of the plains game. Again, as I said, there's no big 5. So we're experiencing or seeing antelope and Cape Mountain zebra, a lot of very rare animals that you wouldn't actually see anywhere else in the world. And then just one of our suites. This is the newest addition. It's called Cederberg House. It's a double master with en suite, its own heated pool. And it basically faces looking up into the mountains. We've got quite a variety of accommodation that is from our entry level all the way to our villas. So there's something for everybody. Cederberg House, I think, comes in at about 35,000, but that includes, again, you have your own private guide, and then obviously all your drinks and that are inclusive, as well as all of your activities. And then I spoke about a private villa. This villa takes children of all age, whereas the main lodge only takes from 8 and up. Whereas this villa is a small 2-bedroom ensuite with a loft area for kids. So we can take up to 8 people at any time. Same thing, you have your own chef, your own guide, your own butler, and it's totally secluded and away from the rest of the lodge. It's really popular with multi-generational families and that, and it's extremely popular at the moment. And then one of the big things, being a Relais property, we do a lot of dining outside. I mean, with a view like that, nobody wants to sit inside and eat a meal. So from picnics down next to the river to up on the top of the mountain, we've got an old shepherd's cottage that we've converted, where we do romantic dinners for 2, 6. We've had engagements in there. We've had weddings in there. So it really is all about being outside. Obviously, there is no ambient light pollution. We're 40 kilometers from the closest town. So the stars, especially this time of the year, are absolutely spectacular. So these are just really some of the things that we tend to focus on. And then just finally on the right, you can see there's a picture of some Bushman rock art. It's we are currently a National Heritage Site. and we're hoping for World Heritage status in the next year or two. And it's one of the big things that we focus on is the preservation of the culture and the experience of the Bushmen that were here. Some of this art dates back to 20,000 years. So, you know, there's a huge cultural aspect to it. And we have a lot of philanthropic, we've got our own rock art curator that spends time documenting all this stuff. And it really was, this property was actually originally bought purely as a conservation effort, and it's kind of developed into a relay lodge. And then just lastly on the left is an Anatolian sheepdog. It's just one of our conservation projects. What we do is we introduce these dogs at about 10, 12 weeks old into the surrounding farms, because we have a very rare and endangered species called the Cape leopard. And this leopard unfortunately feeds on sheep, which really doesn't sit well with the farmers. So these dogs are a huge deterrent against Cape leopard. In fact, we've reduced the mortality of these sheep from 95% down to about a 5% mortality. So that it's been a huge success story. And we've introduced about 5 of these dogs every year. And that's about Bushman's Kloof, as much as I could fit into 5 or 7 minutes. Any questions?
I've got a couple of questions. Just I see some questions too popping in, but just to clarify, at Bushman's Kloof Wilderness Reserve and Wellness Retreat, you have 17 rooms in the main building, and then you have 2 villas. Is that right? Okay. And in the 2 villas,
the one villa is situated at the main lodge, so we technically have converted it to 18, and then the villa which is away from the lodge. So yes, you're right.
Okay, and so how many bedrooms does each of those villas have? Real quick again. I'm sorry. I know you mentioned it, but it was
the villa, the standalone villa, has 2 ensuite with a loft area for the kids, and then the villa that is on the property has 2 master bedrooms.
Perfect. So it's nice for families.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention as well, we do have, obviously known as a wellness retreat, there is a spa as well. We have a little gazebo down next to the river, plus we have a main spa which is situated up at the lodge.
I love it. Catherine, I think he said that one of the villas allows children of any age, and one of them only allows children from 8 years and older, I think.
Yes, Cora, the little villa, the one with the loft for the children, takes all ages, and at the main lodge, we only take from the age of 8 and up.
Okay, so the main lodge is 8 years old and up. That's good to know. Is it an all-inclusive property, or is it a la carte?
It is an all-inclusive. At the 2 villas, the drinks are included, whereas at the main lodge, drinks are not included. Obviously, things like spa treatments aren't included, but at the 2 main villas, they have their own private guide. At the single isolated villa, there is a guide, all the drinks included, and a chef is included as well.
Brilliant.
But it is coffees, all your meals it's all inclusive. Yeah.
Thank you. And the distance from Cape Town, I think you had mentioned, was it 3.5 hours driving?
It's about 3 hours from Cape Town International. Yes, but it's a beautiful. You go through two mountain passes. And it's a really easy drive. So a lot of people don't. We can have helicopters landing. We've got an airstrip which is about 15 kilometers away from the lodge as well. So you can come in by plane too. Okay.
And as far as an itinerary, do a lot of people kind of put you right in between 2 places, like from Cape Town, and then they pop over just come visit you, and then they head back home or back to Johannesburg?
Absolutely. Maybe? We do find that a lot of people going into Cape Town will come to us at some stage. Also, those that have come from a proper Big 5 safari destination, we're a lot more relaxed and a lot more sort of laid back. Our drives don't go out at 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's go out at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're only about 2.5 hours. So I think it's I think a lot of what Bushman's Kloof is about the relaxation part of it. It's just the most incredible place to just unwind and relax. And we've just found that that's what everybody, after this whole COVID and lockdown, people just want the space, and they just, well, amongst things, they also want to drink wine, which we can now do finally. So I think they've come for space and for wine and a bit of relaxation.
Well, let us in. I can't wait for these borders to open because I feel so much inspired because it's a safari. I mean, at Bushman's Cliff, it's a safari, but maybe it's something that's maybe after you've gone through, like you said, a big 5 where you can do the spa and relax and drink wine and just rest up before you head back home. That sounds
Absolutely.
perfect.
So come on in.
I know. And Florence asked, if you drive in, do you still need to lower your tires? They stayed there with you several years ago. Okay.
No, we have tar all the way to the gate, and the gate to the lodge is about 8 kilometers of really good gravel road. So it's really not a problem.
And Tom McLaughlin said that he loved his stay at Bushman's Cliff. It sounds like a lot of our travel agent community has visited our properties. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing. I think
Thank you for the support.
Thank you, Rory. Again, Rory's the
welcome.
GM at Bushman's Cliff. So if you visit or send your clients, he will be happy to receive our guests.
Absolutely. And pop me an email anytime if there's anything that you need or rates or whatever.
Perfect. So again, I'll send everyone the email details on to you guys so you can have direct contact with our properties. Our last stop, we're going to visit with Sophie. Are you ready, Sophie? We're going to
Hello.
We're going to travel further back north now. Is that right? A little back towards Cape Town.
Northeast.
I mean Johannesburg. Sorry.
Yeah, on the east of Johannesburg, north of Cape Town and east of Johannesburg.
Is it Durban? Is Durban your closest airport?
It's we are straight between Johannesburg and Durban, halfway.
Okay, perfect.
You can choose the one you prefer. Okay, so I have first I have a small video so you can see the lodge and the property, and after I have a presentation. So let's go for this. Alors,
by the way, this is it's called Esiweni. Is that right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, it's Esiweni Lodge. Let's go. Are you okay? Okay, so now you have a little bit idea about the property. Just I find my presentation is, no, it's not this, it's this. Yeah. Okay, so as you can hear, I am French. I was 25 years on the financial market in Paris. And I decided to change my life and to come and to live in the middle of the bush in 2014. So we decided to buy this place at this time. It was not a Relais Chateau, but we made it a Relais Chateau. And it's a very small. It's very exclusive. We have only 5 bungalows. So on this picture, you can see 2 of them. They are totally independent and there is the total privacy. So you can see, you know, in between these 2 chalets, you have a screen that you cannot see one deck from another. Who are we? We are in the Croiseden. So we are not far from Osterbox, that is also a red carnation. We are in the UNESCO Patrimoine Heritage, the Drakensberg. We are 350 kilometers from Johannesburg, so it's more or less 4-hour drive, and 250 kilometers from Durban, 3-hour drive. We have also our own private airstrip inside the reserve, so it's 1-hour flight from Johannesburg or Durban, and we have also helicopter land at the lodge. Alors, hop. So that gives you an idea when we are. We are straight in the middle between Pretoria and Johannesburg and Durban, and the Swaziland and the Lesotho. If you do a cross, we are straight there. We decided to stop here in Nambiti first because of the landscape. When you arrive in the reserve, the landscape are beautiful. A lot of people call it the small Masai Mara. We have plain, we have mountain because we are in the Drakensberg. So we have the bush and we have the savanne. We have more or less everything. We have, well, I told you we have a private airstrip. The reserve, it's malaria free. We have 15,000 hectares of wilderness. Our lodge is an eco lodge. We just installed 73 solar panels, and we have our own spring water. So there is still electricity, and we will finish to sort it out, I think maybe in the next 1 or 2 years, to go straight everything on the solar panel. You see, we are straight on the cliff. We have 180-degree view, and we have no noise pollution and no light pollution. At the lodge, there is also no mobile reception, only Wi-Fi in the main lodge. It's really a place that you connect yourself with nature. You disconnect totality from the reality. We have, so you can see we have 2 bungalows on the left of the main lodge and 3 on the other side. 2 of them, they have a connection, so we can also sell as a family house. We take kids from 6 years old, or less if you take the whole lodge. So this is the pool, affinity pool on the main lodge. The view, 180-degree view. Inside, if I speak a little bit about my choice, I really want that you feel, even if we are French, that you feel that you are in Africa when you arrive in my place. But I put my French touch a little bit everywhere, like the big chandelier on the dining room or the chair for the bar. But all the furniture come from Africa, everything, nothing from Europe. Okay, still the living room. So you stay. We have 5 deluxe bungalows. They are more or less 100 square meters each. 5 square meter from 50 square meter the deck outside. All they have 100-degree view on the reserve, total privacy. You have shower and bath inside and shower or bath outside. So this is your bungalow. Inside, so you see there is a bath, shower. Another view from your bungalow. The bath. So you see everywhere on my property, you are connected with nature. So if there is animal, something you can see, you are outside and inside at the same time. And this is the outside bath. So there is only one, and we call it bungalow, the honeymoon bungalow, but it's the same price as all the other. This is an outside shower with a view. Your deck, the view. So dining experience. So you imagine I am French, we are Relais Chateaux, so for us it's something that is very, very important, it's the cuisine. Crystal, she's one of the top chefs in South Africa. She was trained by Michel Rostand and Nicolas Baumann in the Relais Chateaux de Maison Rostand in Paris. We invite every year Michelin star at the lodge. And 2 years ago, it was Vincent Lucas, and last year it was André Génin. So we do four hands a week. So the chef, you have to understand that here it's like we are on the small isles. So she's very good, but sometimes she need to have a new idea and to share what's happened in France or in Europe or everywhere. So it's why we think that it's nice to bring a chef here to give her some new idea, to create a new dish with her. And also the Michelin star chefs, they're happy to come and to work with her. So we are a slow food. So we participate. I'm not sure about the wording at the Food for Change for Relais Chateaux. We also have our own butchery inside the reserve, so guests can try the free OGM meat from the game. So they can try a kudu, eland, and everything, war dog, and so also the Michelin star chef, when they come, they're happy to cook some new dish and to do some new thing, to learn some new thing. We are full board, and we can, of course, we organize a diner in the bush or at the river. That's something that it's very important for us to give you the African spirit when you come in my place. So this is Crystal when she was in Paris. And this is the kind of dish that you have in our place. So for the safari experience, so I told you already, we are malaria free. We are big five. We have over 40 different species of animals inside the reserve, including the cheetahs, hippo, hyenas. And we are also very famous for birds. We have 280 different species of birds. We have 2 game viewer and ranger. That means that for 5 chalets, you go for maximum 6 persons per car. And if on availability, you can be alone on your car. You can also pay to be sure to have a private car. Something that it's also important to know for you guests at the difference of most of the reserve in South Africa, we are not going off-road because we take care about the animals and also about the land. And so we protect everything. So we are not going off-road, but animals, they are very used to, and it's very rocky inside the reserve. So the animals, they like to walk on the road. So most of the time they are going very, very, very close. And last week we had guests. Elephant came and touched the lady inside the car. I have the video, it's amazing. By the way, I think I put it on Facebook and on Instagram if you want to have a look. And so you have 2 game drive included per day. So this is our 2 ranger, Pamba. And so all this picture, it's was taken by my guests. Okay, so here you have a buffalo watching a lion. This is the elephant. This one is very funny. I think it's everybody go for water, and rhino and giraffe and the sunset. Okay, so I also speak a little bit about African experience, that it's also very important for me. So all our guests, we try to surprise them during their stay. So one day they go on game drive, and instead of coming back for a breakfast at the lodge, they have a private breakfast with our chef. They can have a private lunch at the cascade. At the cascade, we have also a natural pool, so you can swim in the nature. We also organize a big fire, an evening, a big fire in the middle of the reserve, and a champagne bar, and they come and they share the African TV around the fire with everybody. So this experience is all the guests together, but the first one, they are private chef only for them. And yes, this is the bush bar, and we have also, we can organize dinner at the river if you want. And this is a typical the Boma dinner with the Zulu dance, and we can also organize a romantic dinner under the star. We have 2 therapists at the lodge, so we provide the massage in your room. And this is with extra cost. I can horse riding in the Drakensberg. You can see on this picture, I like this picture because you can see the snow at the back. During winter, July and August, you can have your safari in front of the snow, with the snow at the background. You can do mountain bike outside the reserve, because we have the big 5 here, it's not possible, but you go outside. My husband is going with you. And with an extra cost, I can organize also hot air balloon. That's something that it's a surprise, but we work on the new balloon with Relais Chateaux logo on, and it's supposed to arrive end of September. And in the local area, you can also visit us. We can organize a private trip to organize to visit the battlefield. So we are in Elenslarte. We are on the middle of the battlefield, so I can organize a tour. I can also organize a tour in the rock art in Giant Castle. That is the biggest rock art in South Africa. It's a 2-hour drive from us. And I can also organize a visit of Mandela Capture Site. That is the new museum about Nelson Mandela life. And it's really halfway between Durban and me. So most of the time, if I organize the transfer by road from Durban to me, my driver stopped for the guests so they can visit it by themselves. Okay, so we are a French owner and chef de maison. Of course, a French savoir-faire, slow food concept. We invest like a 400K or euro in the last 6 months inside the lodge. And we work a lot during the lockdown. We organize a constantly quality inspection and staff formation. And we will open very soon a gym room. And we work maybe next year. We have only one bungalow with aircon. And next year we will have all the bungalow with solar aircon. That's, I think, and this is my rate. So my rate, it's for this year, it's 8,450 rand per person per night sharing, and half price for kids under 10, between 6 and 10. And we have 3 meal and 2 game drive included, not the drinks. Okay, so I'm sorry I was a little bit long, but you can ask some question if you want. I think I tried to give you everything.
Hopefully. Yeah, that was really great. I mean, talk about a private Big 5 game experience with only 5 bungalows. That's pretty incredible. Thank you so much, Sophie. And you are the owner. I got some questions asking if you are the owner, and Josephine said, Sophie, it's so great to see you living your dream. I think you said this was your dream to move into the bush and do this, so it's really fantastic to hear your story. And as a true Relais Chateaux, you know, the spirit of the property comes from you. So I can see that in your presentation as well. Are you open year-round, Sophie?
Sorry?
Are you open year-round, or I think you close for a period, right? You have an annual closure?
We open beginning of August as soon as the local can traveling, and we are quite surprised because normally we have 99% guests from overseas, and we work every weekend since we open. During the week is very quiet, but during every weekend, and I just normally the first weekend without guests will be tomorrow, and I received today a last minute booking. So yeah, we have guests every weekend. So that's also nice to work a little bit and to have some new people, because the local people are very different from overseas, and it's nice also to have them, and they really enjoy the cuisine, because even if we cook African dish, but on the French style way, we have French dessert. So we have floating island, we have chocolate eclair, so they are all very happy to try this.
Great. But sorry, just to go back, the question was, are you open all year around? But I think you have an annual closure.
All year, okay. The year we close June 15th of July.
Okay, and you open, you are
open.
Sorry, you close in July and then you open again in August?
15 June, 15 July.
Okay, so you're, okay, so June to July you're closed. Just
I have June, I have July, yes, like these 4 weeks.
1 month, okay.
This is
Perfect.
because the day is very short.
Okay.
And,
yeah. Is the Mandela Museum at Leaf Farm?
Sorry?
Is the Mandela Museum, is that at Leaf Farm?
Is in whole week.
Okay.
Week.
Perfect. Thank you. There you go, Susan. I think that was it. I think you did cover a lot of it. So that was our South Africa part 2. If you guys have any other questions, I will be sending you the contact details of all of the hoteliers that were participating today. Next week, we'll be going to Botswana, Zambia, and Namibia. So thank you for joining me today. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.